everyone, it's Seth Rudetsky back here on Seth Speaks. NYC Fringe Festival has lots of shows on stages, but you all have got to see Love in the Middle Ages.
Oh, yeah. Outstanding.
So yeah, Love in the Middle Ages is by my friend Eric Kornfeld, a Jew. Eric, first of all, describe your show, then we'll discuss our relationship. What is Love in the Middle Ages? I know it's at the Fringe Festival. What else is it?
It's perfect. It's like Jesus.
You're not a critic, you're the writer.
It's a story about, it all takes place at the JCC Over 40 Single Mingle. So when you come to that, you're invited and you get a name tag. And what happens is it has a very funny host and 5 people from the audience somehow start singing and end up on the stage. But the whole thing happens in front of the real audience. They refer to the audience. It's somewhat environmental.
In it, I see.
Yeah, it's somewhat environmental, and it's 80 minutes, and it's cute and funny and charming and has a sweet ending.
So the Middle Ages means because you bitches are over 40.
Yes, it's about love in the Middle Ages. It's about people looking for love after divorce and having kids, that kind of stuff.
And crow's feet. Okay, so Eric and I go back to 1989.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. We did a rock version, rock pop. It wasn't really rock. It was kind of pop version of A Midsummer Night's Dream called
Magic Midsummer Nights.
No, Magic Midsummer Nights was the song. It was just called Midsummer Nights. The song was Magic Midsummer Nights. It used to go Magic Midsummer Nights, but it sounded too much like Believe It or Not, I'm Walking on Air. So we had to change the melody to Magic Midsummer Nights. But it was great. It was actually a really good show. It was Eric was in it. Peter, well, he was a Jew then. Peter Mark Jacobson. Then he got rid of the Jacobson and became Peter Mark and married Fran Drescher, and then they created The Nanny together. Were you there when we played Celebrity, the final show, at like David Saint's apartment, like the final cast party? Because that was on Fran Drescher's team, and she was
Yeah. Fran Drescher came, and it was really funny, and they were making. Remember, we used to do the show on the speaker to the dressing rooms before the show called Wheel of Theater.
I was in the dressing room. I was a rickety piano player. I was not invited.
But were you the piano player? Or were you the MD?
I was the music director, piano player, conductor, vocal arranger, orchestrator.
And was that your first off-Broadway experience?
Yes, that was my
Mine
first big
too.
gig.
Yeah. I think it was funny.
But Fran was a bitch because we were playing Celebrity, and I was 22, I remember, and I was on her team, and like we did one round, and like I wasn't standing there. She's like, "Are you allowed to switch teams?" I was like, "Fran, I'm standing next to you. Like you're not whispering with that." Still mad about it. But anyway, who else was? Tracy Lynn Thomason and Brenda Braxton was in it. And
Brenda Braxton was in it, and I'll never forget how great she was. She was so fantastic. She was amazing. I'm gonna be your girlfriend. Wasn't that
close? He's gonna be my boyfriend.
Alzheimer's isn't funny.
I know. I just picked up on it. You're so my mother.
Yeah, the gender's all confused there. Then, yeah.
I know. I picked up on that. All right. Well, anyway, Eric was amazing in it, and then that was 1989. Then we worked together on something that ran a little bit shorter than that. We worked together on the one episode of ROSIE O'Donnell's variety show. Anybody? It was called ROSIE Live. And
also known as the debacle before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was the night before Thanksgiving, and we were the 2 writers on that show. Did you have any idea at the vitriol we were going to get for that show?
Well, no. In fact, because it wasn't horrifying. Remember how it looked in the dress rehearsal with Liza shaking and having to leave constantly to smoke cigarettes, and I just thought, oh my God, this is going to be a nightmare. And then everything happened okay.
Yeah,
I mean, she didn't kill, but it wasn't horrible, and it got a lot of laughs, and she had a lot of people, Alec Baldwin, Conan, all the people that came out. And when I went to the party that night, I actually thought, oh my God, because Jeanette had said to me, they might give us 6, they might give us 8, and I thought, oh, this is going to be great.
Well, yeah, I was being all haughty. I was like, I'm not going to sign a 5-year contract. I was literally I was like, I can't commit to that. And no joke, like I've never read something reviled by critics and audiences. Usually it's one or the other, but it was like hated.
I got up the next day and went online, and we had so many people coming over for Thanksgiving, and I was like absolutely miserable. And I couldn't believe it. My mom had come to the show the night before, my 2 kids. They thought it was fantastic. My ex-wife came. Everybody thought it was great.
Yeah, it was like, it was one of the things where like, it was fine, but it was like hated. And then they hated like random things like, why did Rosie have the camera on her when someone else was singing? And then Ellen DeGeneres did a variety show like a week later, and she did the same thing. I'm like, I don't know, it's called like she's the host. Like it was just weird. They just like hated everything.
The only thing I really liked about that was that I got to write that parody, and Jane Krakowski did it great, remember?
Yes.
But people said to me, why were they showing close-ups of the prizes? And remember, I suggested it. I thought it would be so funny to put the prizes on a revolving thing.
The thing is, we had all these deals where they gave away all the stuff to the audience, but as part of the deal, like, we had to mention it. So it was like, we'll put it in a song. So Jane came out and was like, you know, like, you will get a brand new Walkman and a CD, like, all these, like, so it was sort of just like a product placement song. And there wasn't really any actual comedy with it, but it was like, we just had to do it that way, but we didn't know that people were going to be like, Lily, I was so happy. By the way, I was the first to be like, I didn't write that. I was totally, I washed my hands of that so quickly, Eric. Let me just tell you.
I thought it was good. That was actually the thing that people liked. But one of the comments I got was that, well, Jane Krakowski was doing kind of a striptease. This is supposed to be a family show.
Oh, brother. Who said that?
I can't
Your
remember.
nun?
Someone who's no longer speaking to me, clearly. But
it was a terrible experience, but it all worked out because now you're doing a Fringe show 7 years later.
Actually, you know what, though? I thought that, even though the show turned out to be horrible, I thought it was a fun experience. I enjoyed that. Rosie was really nice, remember?
It was. It was actually a really fun
so
experience.
Nice at that show, and I just liked it. I thought we had a great time.
Were you inside? I was inside the actual trailer, like the embassy trailer. Were you in that, or were you running around backstage?
No, you were in the trailer, and I was in some. Remember, we were in two different places. I was in some corridor. Rosie picked the theater she definitely wanted to do a show from. It was the worst choice ever.
No.
There was no room for anything. They had cameras and stuff everywhere, but I was in the corridor behind the stage, and cueing people and doing stuff. And you were in the truck.
Yeah, it was cool to see all the different TVs, but it was devastating. Anyway, on that note, speaking of devastating, being over 40. All right, so Love in the Middle Ages. So everyone tell me who you play in the show. I'm going to go down the line. I actually wrote down your names to be a responsible host. Okay, so first coming up is Michael. Who the hell do you play?
Hi, I'm Michael Givens, and I play Michael.
All right, am I going to go down the line and hear the same bullshit from everybody?
No, I promise.
All right, Gabriella, do you play Michael?
I do not. I actually play Nina.
Ah, Hispanic type name. Interesting.
Oh, he catches on fast.
Okay, Marcy, who do you play, dear?
I play Jane.
And, well, let me go back for a second. Michael, what's your character?
I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you what the character is because then I give stuff away.
Michael comes as a guest with his sister. It's her first time out after her devastating divorce. And he comes for support and ends up becoming involved with
part
one
of the mingle.
Yeah, part of the
Okay.
mingle.
Yeah, so
And what
I'm
happens
bringing
next
my
will
sister.
amaze you.
Okay, I'll get back to you. Gabriella, what's your storyline?
Nina is very uptight. She does not want to be there. She went as per the suggestion of someone, and she's not wanting to open up, and she goes through this great journey towards the end. So.
Sounds cold and then warm.
Yes.
Cold and wealthy.
Exactly. Cold and wealthy.
Marcella, what's your track?
Oh, I love that you called me that. Jane is, I hate to say it, but I think she's slightly socially stunted.
Why do you hate to say she's not a real person? It's like, whose feelings are you hurting?
She's very close to me.
Okay.
I myself am slightly socially stunted.
Oh, that's what this is about. Okay.
It hit home for me. She doesn't have what she wants in her life, and it's sort of a special evening for her. And she comes to this event, thinking, well, maybe something will happen.
Slightly positive. Okay.
Slightly.
Mimi.
Yes, I play Sandy, and I'm a mingle regular. I go to them all.
Code
The
word.
25 to 40, the single parents with teenage children, the prenup preparation wine and cheese mingle.
Oh, yes.
I go to them all.
The shooter, wooda, gooda. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Wait, did you ever actually get lucky?
Did I ever get? Yeah.
No, not in real life, dear. At
No,
the
no,
mingles,
I mean,
it's
on the
character.
show. Yeah,
Okay, so
on
you
the
show up because you keep picking up people.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, and Dave Koenig, you play the host?
I'm Dave Koenig. I play Richard, who's a neurotic Jewish comedian. So clearly our playwright, Eric Kornfeld, was thinking way outside the box when he came up with
I was
that.
going to say, Eric, why don't you just play that part?
I'm a better singer.
Oh. That's really
So
uncalled for.
mean.
And your song
so
is
mean,
cut.
so catty.
All right, so what is this song that we're doing first
Oh.
from Love in the Middle Ages?
This is Match.con, and it's about the foibles of online dating. Richard is going home to his computer every night and logging on to all the online dating sites, and he's having no luck whatsoever and finding out that people, amazingly, when they get on the computer, they don't always tell the truth about who they are. Let me tell you something, Sandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you ever tried online dating? It's a scam. It's a con. You show up for date after date, hoping that this time it'll work out. And it does. for the guy who owns the site. You gamble, the house wins. She's a bit frenetic, he's a diabetic, not to mention prone to laziness, and he's pretty cheap. She is sultry, but she can't eat poultry, which his doctor's orders clearly state is all he can eat. He is shorter than 5'4", so she's out the door with the tall man. That's her type. Future could be bright until he's boring. And my God, the snoring, this she's not enduring. Back online, finding Mr. Right. Yeah, she's hooked. She got took. It's a scam. Bam. Thank you, ma'am. Don't sign in. Don't log on. There's no match. It's just a con.
On Match.yeah.
Match.con.
On Match.yeah.
Match.con.
You must have met some nice people.
Oh, depends. You mean the ones online who are attractive, athletic, sexy businesswomen, or the ones who actually show up? He lies about his salary, she about her calories. Both of them have photos from before either had to shave. She ain't sexy, she's kinda anorexy. And he's so perplexed, she knocked a decade off her age. Claims he's husky, he's bigger than Sandusky. Fat as Matt Rafkowski. Trust me, Matt is really fat. In pics she's pretty, not so old and gritty. But her hair looks shitty when it's not lit from the back. Yeah, she's hooked. He got took. Because they lie, deny, and falsify. Don't sign in. Don't log on. Soon your self-esteem is gone.
On Match.yeah.
Match.com.
On Match.yeah.
Match.com.
Can I meet a doctor with a helicopter and a lot of property in Montauk on the beach?
How about a cheater? Last wife said he beat her with his tiny Peter. Him we got, that's within your reach.
Till I may find him in the rough a diamond, handsome, rich, and my man. We make love and a dream descends.
Fascination, it's all anticipation. It ends with masturbation. Yeah, that's how it always ends. Sorry, spoiler alert.
On Match.yeah. On Match.yeah. Match.com.
And if you're not happy, they'll send you 6 more months for free.
On Match.yeah. Match.com.
Great, 6 more months of men who used to have hair and women who used to be
On
men.
Match.yeah. Match.com.
Oh, we killed with these people.
I've been there. Hey everyone, it's Seth Rudetsky here on Seth Speaks with the cast of Love in the Middle Ages, about basically people over 40 trying to find love and basically being pathetic. So Eric Kornfeld, please describe what the lead into this next song. What happens in this next song?
Well, these 3 pathetic women are sitting in the pathetic bathroom telling each other how frigging pathetic they are. But what actually happens is the women are very different. Sandy really needs a lot of attention. She'll go home with anybody, well, and just loves all of it. Nina, very cold, very distant, and doesn't really fit in. And Jane is just married to her job, kind of, and now she's at a point in her life where she wants more, and she's not that savvy. And they sit with her and start to give her a little bit of a makeover, actually. And it's very sweet. And the 3 women bond singing this song, and they all have sort of a dream, like Sandy really wants to go back with her husband, and Nina really wants to change and try to fit in, and Jane wants to fall in love. You know, she hasn't ever fallen in love. She has a great job. She makes a lot of money.
I'm available. So you can get tickets. This is for the Fringe Festival. You go to fringenyc.org. Okay, let's have a little more love in the Middle Ages.
Maybe I still have a chance. Maybe tonight I will find. Maybe life won't pass me by, and there are no tears to cry. Maybe it isn't too late.
Maybe it isn't that strange. Maybe a person can change. Maybe we're not slaves to fate.
Maybe he'll wake up and see. Maybe he'll come back to me.
maybe it isn't too late. Just the way he looks at me, seeing inside, makes my heart suddenly stop wanting to hide. Maybe one dream can come true.
Maybe he'll come back to you. Maybe it isn't too late.
Maybe it works out at last.
You can move on from the past.
Maybe it isn't too late.
Maybe there's still more to come. Maybe there's still something fun. Maybe it's your chance to take. Maybe it's time, jump back in. Maybe this time you can win. Maybe it isn't too late. Just the way he looks at me, seeing inside, makes my heart suddenly stop wanting to hide.
Maybe one dream can come true. Maybe there's still love for you. Maybe it isn't too late. Maybe it works out at last. You can move on from the past. Maybe it isn't too late. Maybe it isn't too late. Maybe it isn't too late.
Maybe it is. Oh. So it's Love in the Middle Ages. Go to nymph.org. Am I right? No, NYC.
NYCFringe.org.
It's Love in the Middle Ages. You go to nycfringe.org.
They can also go to loveinthemiddleagesthemusical.com.
Why can't it be just Love in the Middle Ages? Someone else had loveinthemiddleages.com?
Yes.
No.
Yes. And they almost changed the title. I had to fight like a mofo.
Who has Love in the Middle Ages? Some weird knight?
Do you really want to know?
No, I don't. I don't want to publicize them. Love in the Middle Ages, themusical.com. Still got it. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yay. Yay for us.
Very pretty.